Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel, and today we're going to be going back into the Amazon tool deals, and this is either going to be tools that are on sale, tools that even at their full price I believe to be good deals, or tools that I find to be interesting and might not have really any experience with. So if you guys have any experience with those tools, I would like you guys to share your comments down below, kind of your experience with them. So please do so if we come across any of those items. But the first item on this week's list is going to be a Tekton Tools wrench set, and they have various different sizes of sets, but I find this one to be a nice, complete, wide variety at a decent price. Now, there are other brands that are around this price range, but I feel like with the Tekton set, you're getting a little bit more of a complete set than you would some of the other brands around the same price. So the nice thing is this is 1/4 inch through 1 inch and 6 through 24 millimeter, not skipping a size in either. I have the smaller version of this set and I love it. The chrome is beautiful on them. I love the length of them. Now, if you kind of look at this image on the metric, like the 15 and 16, you might think that the 15 is longer than the 16 and the 17 is longer than the 18. It's kind of just the way it sits on the organizer. They're actually the same length. So these wrenches are a little bit longer than your standard combination wrenches, but a couple of the sizes as you go up are the same size as each other. So they all have good length to them, but no, the larger size is not shorter than the smaller size. If that makes sense, it kind of sounds confusing. But it's a really nice wrench set, nice chrome, good quality, and a good price. Even with everything going on in the world today and prices of everything going up, this is still well worth it, especially for the other brands that have similar size wrench sets. I just find this to be a good one. So here you can kind of see them in their organizer. Here it is, 1/4 inch through 1 inch, 6 through 24. And if you actually go to the Tekton website, you can see everything that's included, if it skips anything, which it doesn't. The organizers are made in the USA as well, so you get those, and then you can also get in a pouch and all of that. Now, one thing, this goes for all brands and all tools and really anything you buy on Amazon, but you always want to check to make sure that it's not being sold somewhere else for a better price, whether that be other tool websites or the actual manufacturer themselves. Like, if you go to Tekton, the deal is you can either pay $163 for this set on Amazon, or you can pay like 173 or something, 170 something on Tekton's. But if you have the rewards or an account, you would get, somewhere around $17 back in rewards for your next purchase, where this one you're just saving roughly $10 up front. You really need to weigh your options, see which one works better for you. But either way, you're getting a good deal on a good quality combination wrench set. It has 5 stars at 140 ratings. And here's everything that's included if you would like to pause and look at that. And then they do have a lot of different wrenches available, whether that be angle wrenches, ratcheting wrenches, flex head ratcheting wrenches, a lot of different options available. So deep offset, crow's feet, various different organizers and sizes and everything. So definitely a good option. So if you guys would like, all of these tools will be linked down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested, and then I'll also have the Tekton website linked down there for you as well. Next up is just something very simple. Whether you're a DIY or a professional, it's just handy to have. So I run the blue paper shop towels or whatnot, but I also keep these on hand as well, just because sometimes, depending on the job, you could really blow through a lot of the blue shop paper towels. And granted, they're only like somewhere around $2 a roll or something like that, which really isn't bad. But when you blow through a whole roll and then you constantly go through them, you can really see how much you end up spending on these paper shop towels. So just having some of these around for this specific dirty jobs, dirty parts, things like that. They're not like super high quality rags or anything. They're very cheap rags, but if you would like, you could wash them, and if you throw them out, it wouldn't really hurt because you spent $20 on 100 pack. So if one gets ruined, it's not like you're destroying good microfibers or anything like that. But they're just your standard shop rags. And for $20 down from $24, it's not bad at all. Plus, they have different sizes as well. And they're good for various different things. I wouldn't be using it on no nav screen. It's not really a soft rag. But I think for $20, just to have some around is always handy. So I figured I'd just throw that in here. It has 4.5 stars at 1,607 ratings and 17% off right now. Next up isn't specifically me recommending this underhood light. I just wanted to mention the options available today for underhood lights. Back when I was looking at underhood lights, it was really, you had Harbor Freight and you had professional tool truck brands. And then when like Milwaukee came out with theirs, and a couple other of the big name brand tool companies came out with them, they were not cheap. Like, you were spending a few $100s on them, especially if they were battery operated. It was very expensive. Or you got the Harbor Freight one for ridiculously cheap. And when I first got mine, I was like, yeah, it's great, because I had never had an underhood light before. So any light in the engine bay was fantastic until I actually got a good underhood light. I have the gear wrench one hanging up right behind me. Blows it out of the water. The Harbor Freight one looked like I was using a candle compared to this. But now it's ridiculous how many underhood lights are available today. Now, I'm not saying, all of them are top tier quality. They're going to be various all over the place, but they have some really good options available and for some really good prices. This is just one of them that I found with a decent amount of ratings and a good rating. So this one's $100. It's got 4.5 stars at 360 ratings. And I kind of like the setup of it. Somebody says the drawback is when you're charging it, you can only use one light brightness. There were some issues with it before, but this is the new version where they've upgraded it and supposedly taken care of a lot of those issues. But like I said, there's a lot of other brands and styles available now. It's ridiculous. But this one is cordless, rechargeable, 1500 lumens, 2 detachable lights. It can rotate 360 degrees. It's got an 8,000 milliamp hour battery. Extends up to 77 inches. It's a Type-C charging. And it's got kind of a cool design. You can see it kind of splits there in the middle. Then you got your 2 lights mounted on there. You got the expandable feet. Then it actually has a built-in UV light, which I thought was really cool. The new design allows you to easily switch between bright white and the UV light for optimized versatility for checking leaks. So I thought that was a really cool addition to the light. And then here you can kind of see how the thing folds up. You can use it in different ways and all of that. You got 2 brightnesses here with the switch. The lights can rotate around the mount itself. And the lights themselves have hooks, so you can just use them standalone as well. So I thought this was a really cool design, especially for $100. Please let me know your guys' thoughts. But once again, they have many different ones available. As you can see, just kind of scrolling down, there's quite a few underhood work lights. It's obviously not showing me as many as there were before. But if you just type in underhood work light on Amazon, you will find a lot. But I definitely wanted to mention this one and see if anybody has had any experience with this one. So please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And then we're going to finish up with something that when I first saw it, I started laughing and I was like, what a gimmick. This is ridiculous. You see gimmicky things on Amazon all the time, like these wrist magnets. And don't get me wrong, yeah, in certain situations, I'm sure people find them very handy. But me, I don't want a bunch of metal just dangling around my wrist as I'm working. And then, like, you got these little finger flashlights, which in some cases you might think, yeah, that can be handy. But to me, I'm just like, I'm not going to bother wasting my time. I'm going to set up a light. I'm going to have a magnetic tray. I don't want anything attached to me if I don't have to. But I saw this and I thought it was funny because there have been so many times, like just the other day I was working on the Camaro and I was installing the idler arm for the steering. And I was trying to feed the bolt through the frame of the car and I kept dropping it and it would land on part of the K-member and I could get my fingers on it, but I couldn't grab it because it was in a tight space. And the first thing I thought of was, this is the most ridiculous one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Why do I need a magnetic finger I'll tell you, in that situation, it would have actually worked because I could get my hand on the object itself. I just could not pick it up. This would have done it. Now, not a big deal because I have an extendable magnet, which is obviously way more versatile than this, but I can definitely see how this would be handy in certain situations because sometimes when you're reaching down into a specific area and you're using a long magnet, it starts to get stuck to everything around it except for what you want it to. Whereas at least if with this you could kind of, as long as you can get your arm in the area, it'd be pretty simple and it's a lot easier to feel around for something with your actual hand than it would be a magnetic extension. So at first I laughed pretty hard at this, but at the same time I was just like, I could actually think of quite a few situations where that would have been very handy. This is called the original magnetic finger, and then they have the frontal assault magnetic finger, where they've changed the location of the magnet from your fingerprint to the tip of your finger. So $12.99 right now, on sale, down from $15. 4.5 stars at 475 ratings, so it is rated really highly. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this. I thought it was pretty funny, and I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Amazon tool deals. If you guys did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Also, keep in mind that I will have all of these products linked down in the description, and I will have the Tekton website, Capri website linked down there for you guys as well. And I'll see you guys next time.